On this episode of DC On Screen, we are continuing our countdown to Zack Snyder's Justice League with a commentary track for the dread 2017 Justice League. We're talking Justice League, y'all. Come watch it with us. Right after these words from a strange, troubled group of mystery beggars peddling their wares. Welcome into DC On Screen episode 630. This is the podcast where we talk about the DC Comics multiverse on film and television, give honest opinions on projects upcoming and past, and believe that every version of a property is valid, even if we don't want it to be. If it's been released, it is fair game, so beware of spoilers, and welcome to the show. I am David C. Robertson, and this, the man who once contractually forbade me from shaving off my facial hair. Yes, shaving. Mm-hmm. Jason Goss. You were doing it for my own good, though.
I maintain that was for your own good, and anytime you've misstepped our agreement was just your problem. That's between you and God.
Right. Well, I lose 3 chins when I shave. The one God gave me, and then the 3 bestowed upon me by Little Debbie, Taco Bell, and Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
It is not a good look. I look like a pink translucent Simpsons character.
Yeah.
It's just teeth and neck.
It's been a few years, and I'm 36 at this point, so it's been a few years. Mm-hmm. I mean, probably a good 4 years, maybe at least, since I was actually shaved down.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
more.
I don't know.
Maybe more. Anyway,
it's been a while for you.
It has been a while, and some time has passed. But the last time I actually was shaved down, I looked like if I was trying to buy alcohol, I looked like someone that should be on like his cousin's shoulders in a giant duster trying to buy alcohol.
I was a little worried there for a second. When you were like, oh, my cousins, then I was like, oh, God, what's he going to say? Because this is Alabama. And you said shoulders. I was like,
and you're like,
okay,
deathbed. That's what you meant. What? No.
Oh, my cousin's dick. No!
I was mistaken for my cousin who looks disturbingly like me.
You know, I've pretended to be that cousin.
This is true.
I have. Like, I've been in, the store or whatever. Ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Like, walks up with, whatever snobby looking piece of shit she's dating. Tries to talk to me. I'm like, I'm sorry. Who are you? We haven't met. I'm Caleb. Mm-hmm. Caleb what? Robertson? Oh my God, really?
Yeah, do I know you? Oh.
You look so much like David. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do look a lot alike.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got to put on the Southern affectation, too. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Because I don't really talk like that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I hear it. We hear that all the time.
Yeah. My actual cousin can just do that without prompting. He already has a Southern affectation and looks enough like me that if I were unshaved, it would go as passing.
I think I've met that cousin. I don't think you guys look that close.
I don't know. Depends.
But maybe it's just I know you too well.
Well, I'm also basing this on the fact that it has confused other family members. But they were a bit older.
That's fair.
Evidence may be a little skewed there.
Right. They just gave up on trying to actually learn who was who a long time ago.
Like, oh, the small dude. Gotcha.
Like,
and every one of us is a J name.
I'm Jedediah.
Yeah, every one of them's a J. It's a Jeff and a Jerry and a Jeff and a Jack and another Josh and a Jason.
I knew that, but I didn't know which J it was, so I said Jedediah. Because it fit my Alabamian narrative.
We've always had vaguely biblical names, but never actual like Mennonite names.
Right. Jedekiah. I'm like a hair's breadth away from being Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I drove through Alabama one time, and there was a guy with a bloody deer. You poor soul.
Actually, in the same interview one time, he was like, I drove through Birmingham, and their driving is awful. And I was like, yep. I got nothing to add here. We're terrible.
I'm like, were you in Montgomery or Birmingham? Because Montgomery's way worse.
Yeah. I did the same. I went to, when I went to Tuscaloosa for college, I kind of had, I got there and I was like, why is everyone kind of orderly. And then I got near the campus, and it's all a bunch of 18-year-olds with cars, and it's just idiots with 2-ton vehicles, man. I mean, it's as bad as you think it is. But as soon as you get off campus, it was a bunch of people who were like, yeah, I'm gonna drive very defensively because I know those motherfuckers are gonna show up somewhere, and I don't want to be T-boned by one of them. So it was like, depending on how close you were to the campus, the driving got better. Also, you couldn't know how drunk anyone was leaving the campus.
Mm-hmm. Well, Montgomery is all like young people who are stoned as shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And old people.
So old people who might as well have been.
Yeah. So you're just sitting behind a bunch of people who don't go over 25 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like honking as the light turns green.
Yeah. Safe as milk, but you're not getting anywhere.
And then red again.
Poor thing.
I hated it. I hated Montgomery's traffic, man. It's awful. And then you go to some place like Atlanta, Georgia, and it's just madness.
Yeah, I know.
By comparison, anyway.
It's the kind of madness where every time I'm in it, I'm like, man, I'm sure these people understand how this is happening and where it's going and how to cope with it. And it's probably like not even something you think about anymore at some point. You go into micro-hypnosis driving. Like you wake up a song later and like, oh shit, there's my exit.
I don't know. I've driven with people who lived in Atlanta and had for years, and they're still like, son of a bitch! What are you doing? Oh my God, I hate this. I
will always compare any behavior like this to New York cab drivers who literally are just like leaning over the seat talking to you while they swerve in and out of lanes at 40 miles an hour in what could only be described as bumper to bumper traffic. And like I'm just watching in amazement. Like, how are you even talking to me right now? Yeah, like you should be in NASCAR. I don't know.
Right.
This is a genuine skill set. I remember like literally getting out on the street, and I was like, "Hey man, thanks. That was fun. I had a great time." My mom like got out and walked to the street and like sat along a building for a second and just gathered herself.
Yeah.
I was like,
a real thing.
We're here. We're good. It's fine. He had it under control. Did you not get that vibe? This is what this dude does for a living. He does this 70 hours a week, man. He's fine.
I've had that.
They would have taken his
Matt
license
Carroll.
and his whatever the hell they actually call it to be a driver. You have to have a permit of some kind that costs like, God, it's like $1 million almost. It's an insane amount of money to be able to actually drive a cab in New York. I was like, man, he has all these qualifications. He's good. He's not risking all that shit for you. You're good. You're fine. He might have been showing out a little bit because he heard your accent. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I've seriously had that with Matt from MCU Cast. When we were in college, he lived at the BCM, the Baptist Campus Ministry. There was like a big field behind, and we're sitting in the parking lot, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to go to IHOP?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine." Instead of going through the parking lot like a freaking person, he just takes off straight through the field, like through a ditch, like slamming into shit, bouncing around, hitting knots and bumps, and peels out on some, on Brown Springs way behind. And the whole time I'm just like, oh my God, like he's just, this is luxurious. This is so fun. He's swerving and doing donuts, and I'm freaking out. And then the real fear began because he actually got on the road and he was worse.
Like, the pavement didn't secure me at all.
I think I crumpled outside of the IHOP there. I just like opened the door, just fell out, kissed the ground. Like, oh my God.
Sweet, sweet boysenberry Tara.
All right, we should probably get to Justice League here, or Justice League as we're apparently supposed to call it.
I still refuse it because it's a weird term. I understand its relevancy, though.
Sure, it's a nice differentiation, I guess.
Let me put it this way: in a world as fucked up as we've been in for the last 5 years, and I just mean with this piece of the world. I'm not trying to make a commentary here. I mean, just this tiny little piece of film that's been so fucked up for 5 years. I don't believe that that term does the fuck upness of the situation justice.
The hack job.
It's not even that. Like there are points where even he didn't get his way. Like
I think so. I still think so.
A part of me would rather call it Tsujihara League.
Right. You know, that I mean, he was apparently a complete dick about it and was like, hey, I'm going to rewrite this my way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We're going to reshoot all this shit.
Yeah.
And then even he was like, well, it still needs to be like 2.5 hours. And they were like, no.
Nope, we told you under 2. And then
right.
apparently the final film comes out on both of our copies, 1:59:59.
Mm-hmm.
I got it under 2, asshole. I could just see Joss Whedon like not being a smoker, trying to pretend he's big. Like, it's under 2, asshole. Then throws it on the ground and stomps on it like he's done something.
Uh-huh.
This is how I assume it went down.
Bit. I'd like to believe. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to this. We're gonna I've got mine pulled up on Vudu. You've got Amazon Prime, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna watch this thing and we're gonna talk about it. And I don't know what to tell you other than that.
Yeah. I have no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah, we might define the word yeet again. Who knows?
Better define it. There was some confusion. I don't know. I'm confused too. I'm doing my best.
I decided not to bring in the past tense yate.
Yo. Or yeeted.
I've seen all 3. All right. You want to do a countdown?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, the old Warner lot, I suppose. I don't know. It just looks like some random warehouses, but okay.
It sounds like freaking Star Wars or something.
It does. Do you have ratings on what you pulled up?
Ratings?
Yeah, like does it give you like PG-13 and whatever?
Nah.
My ratings just said drug use. Like, where the fuck is drug use?
I don't remember drug use in this movie.
It said drug use, violence, and language.
I remember mother.
Where the absolute fuck is drug use? Oh, God. All right, so here's all right. Parallel to the BVS viewing, this is where I damn near gripped your arm and said, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening right now? What's wrong with his face? Also, why did we shoot this on an iPhone? All right, it's a good line, though. It's a really good line.
Which one, about the Hope being a river, or did you ever fight a hippo?
No, they're car keys.
Okay.
Hope's in a river in Colombia. Post the, what's his name? Drug regime. There are rhinos there now. Good luck.
You know, I gotta say, saying that, like, having a couple little kids being like, it's for a podcast, I feel personally attacked.
I can get behind that. You remember I was saying, like, this film did, it happened after, so Suicide Squad happened after BVS, and that itself was relevant. But those pigeons just pretty much did the same job.
Mm-hmm.
This scene, like, man, there are parts of this I really liked. Like, imagine looking out and seeing that. And I love the swooping. Like, some of the action is actually really good. But it really does, after all this time, leave a bad taste in your mouth when he just, like, throws the sack out like fucking Santa escaping a chimney.
Yep. And I don't remember it looking as cartoony as this, honestly.
It did, though. It did. I mean, yes, that backflip is badass. Thank you, I assume, Richard Cerrone.
Citrone?
Citrone. Thank you, Dave, for correcting that.
You're welcome. One of us has got to display some credibility, man.
No, I applaud it.
Well, that's usually you, though, so.
Nope. I won't even pretend.
I legitimately don't remember this looking so bad.
I don't think it looks that bad or that good, frankly. I think it looks super mediocre.
It's just... I get the comparisons now to like it looking like TV.
Yeah,
because that's what Whedon shoots.
Yeah. Well, I think at the time even we said this looks like a live action, BTAS episode.
A little bit.
And there's something to be said for that. But looking back, we were shorted hard shorted.
Yeah, this is the best time for me to be watching this movie too, because Zack's been dropping all of those friggin' character trailers all week, and I'm just like so amped up.
Yeah, I've seen them all. I can only assume Cyborg's next.
Yeah. Did you see the Dark Side one that was airing on Twitch?
No, I didn't. All right, I'll go back for that.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
I'll go back for that later.
That's a thing.
I'll go back. See, I don't mind that scene or that part of that scene at all. I think it's an insight that kind of matches with a lot of the rest of the canon up to this point.
Yeah, but it doesn't really... There's not like a point in it.
No, I mean, other than him discovering the boxes and he's going to get the team together and everything like that. But like that robber is just this comic relief character that it's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when he just kind of like hops into scene while he's hogtied. Yeah, just fuck that. These are moments that at some point I thought were a little humorous, and the humor's come and done gone.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of that.
I definitely don't need to see Batman like skipping on the top of a roof, like a little kid playing hopscotch. Like, let's give a little bit of the let's keep a little bit of the mystery, the Green Beret-ness.
Like the grappling and the backflips off the tower are one thing, but hell, even the tower, like, you can tell it's just a cheap fucking set. Now these are moments that I feel like were original.
I don't know.
Martha
I guess
packing
we'll
up.
see.
I'm pretty sure there have been shots of Lois just like grabbing the pillow, the empty pillow that were released by Zack, I want to say.
I can't keep track of it, honestly.
I'm sure I will be told immediately if I'm wrong. Don't worry about it. I've always loved this part, though, like the mysterious wave of disappearing heroes that involved Bowie, Prince, and Superman. That was a neat. I thought it was a neat shot.
I do really like this cover.
Oh, this song? It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets you into it.
But, even stuff that Zack shot, we've seen show up and looked at comparisons and gone like, oh man, they just did not know how to color grade that.
Yeah.
Or they did, and they just
or they
didn't want it to,
like panned and framed it the fuck out of existence, or
changed Cyborg's makeup so much that he like looked like he was gaunt and dying.
Yeah.
Just kind of bullshit stuff, like moving the capes from one side to the other.
Yep.
I don't understand. I'm really happy to be watching this. I know that's strange, but I really do. I want to see what the differences are. or get a better
I'm
idea
curious.
of what's going
And like,
on.
I don't want to spend the whole time guessing what was,
Yeah,
Whedon's and Snyder's or anything. I will from time to time guess, and I'll be wrong. Like, this feels full Whedon.
I don't think all of it is, but, I know that there is a bank robbery scene in Snyder's cut. But I assume it'll feel very different because it's not, this doesn't have Danny Elfman's womp womp music over it, but
God, yeah, and
which I love Danny Elfman, but
he's one of the ones I'm not holding responsible in any way. Like, they gave him a couple weeks to put together this score, and then shoved his name up top like he was supposed to be rectifying any past concerns. Dude still reminds me of Penguin. Like,
he does. Yeah, Robin Lord Taylor.
Robin Lord Taylor. I was thinking
about that myself. See, I still haven't gotten used to doing commentary tracks because I'm sitting there thinking things I should be saying.
Nope, you just shamelessly talk over a movie. It's okay, we'll be done with this in a couple hours. Or less, famously.
Yeah. I generally don't agree with shamelessly talking over a movie, so it's kind of against my nature.
There are a couple moments where, like, even if it is an entirely Whedon thing, man, those are good shots.
Yeah, no. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good shot anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I just mean it's a good moment. I like the little moment that's coming up about the with the bracelets.
Mm-hmm. Sure, that's cool. I
especially like the look of disdain on her face. Like, come on, man. That's all you got?
Yeah.
Some fucking high-powered rifle. I faced your kind before.
I kind of hope that line's not in Zack's cut.
Don't like that part?
I believe her. I don't like that, no.
I would have been happier with just Amazon and leave him confused and concussed.
It's like, I believe in what? I don't understand. What are we talking about here?
I mean, I think the juxtaposition of the scene was supposed to be that he was so deep in his belief that he was gonna honestly, it's like the Krasinski Unabomber technology is going to lead us astray philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
That is basically what those people are. That's the RA version. And then she's like, oh, I'm a believer. I do love that he has people like sitting in his seat when people come in. Bruce probably speaks, 20 languages? This is not among them, apparently.
I don't remember, honestly.
It just didn't look like he had any idea what they were saying.
I know so many people who are going to be angry if that line is in Zack's cut.
Dude, I'm going to bet you right now that most of that scene is in Zack's cut.
Yeah, I don't know, but it does look like Ben is heavier here than he was just in that tavern.
His facial hair is different.
Yeah.
No, but that, like...
I do like that line.
It is, but it's a very, like, typical kind of Whedonism.
Mm-hmm.
And not that there's nothing for it. He's made a whole career out of that kind of, repartee, but...
Notice Momoa's eyes are a different color here.
They are. Also, that is the most absurd green screen in the entire movie, maybe, is just him in front of those Alps.
Yeah.
Before he just, falls into a pool of 2 foot of water?
Yeah.
Absurdity.
I was pretty sure that he was supposed to break that bottle and walk out on that pier, and the oceans were supposed to grab up from the depths and pull him under or some bullshit.
Yeah. My problem is still that, by my count, he didn't drink all of that bottle. Like, man, neck it. Take care of that thing. Still love that Alfred casually dresses in military uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Bruce even gives him shit about it. Like, this is just accepted. Like, these are his filthy cash clothes.
Mm-hmm.
He dresses differently when there are people that are going to show up to the manor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all Whedon. This feels very Whedon.
It does. The check yes or no comments, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like we're going to get a little bit of Snyder up front, a little spattering in the middle, a couple of scenes at the end, and the rest of it's going to be Whedon. It is a good line, though.
It's a pretty good line.
Who the fuck is still using IBM monitors? Some absolute horseshit.
I do remember liking this.
There are a lot of moments like that where you're like, it's funny, but I understand why people got annoyed that it was funny.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the previous 2 movies we just watched, for sure.
No.
That feels cut as hell.
It does. I love how he holds the phone, man. I do. I don't know why that draws me into his character so much, but it does.
Which one? Who, Barry?
Yeah. I mean, I think being someone who was raised with landlines, I have a memory of holding phones like that. It was one of the ways that you even like you could show people in the room with you that you were disinterested by pulling the pump back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was body language back in that particular time.
Like, all right, I didn't realize you were giving an inspirational speech.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass over here, Alan. Don't you be giving no inspirational speeches.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that here.
Ain't got no room for that here. Yeah.
When we say no touching, we also mean touching the spirit.
Right. This guy's in my purely suspected top 5 of people who were shortchanged in this version.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know either. I like the guy, though. I do. Always liked him.
You know, and I don't say that because we're like, well, we'll see if Zack's version is better. I'm certain it is.
No, I don't think there's any doubt of it.
I'm just saying,
Just specific characters we can speculate about beforehand.
When we get around to the Russian family, we're like, well, I'm pretty sure they were shortchanged in Zack's version.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not in Zack's version, so.
They were very shortchanged. What were they given? A bill.
Yeah.
And I do like the actor, man. I've liked him every time I've seen him. And no different here. And honestly, this goes as a disclaimer for the rest of the movie. There's no point where I felt like the acting was off with anyone, especially the people who were involved with both versions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ray Fisher got his fucking ass handed to him in the cuts and the reshoots, and he still performed the shit out of what he was given.
He did. I will agree with that.
Oh, his dad, though, man. Like, I've seen this guy before. I know he has range.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even in bad movies, he's good.
Dude, he killed me in Eureka. A show that should never have survived as long as it did on Sci-Fi. It was a dumb show, outright.
I can do you one better. Cab Calloway's bastard son in Blues Brothers 2000.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
He killed it on the singing. Made me believe that an angry cop after the Blues Brothers would float up into the air at a tent revival and magically transform into a Blues Brothers outfit and sing a number. It was dumb as hell, but I liked his performance.
But he sold the shit out of it.
Oh. Yep. I've always liked that guy.
I always have to. Never seen him make a misstep as far as I've ever seen. I've never seen him on screen and thought, It's always been, oh, fuck yeah.
Freaking Miles Dyson himself, man. Terminator 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's always like a scientist screwing around with like shit he shouldn't.
Well, he sells it really well.
He does.
Hey, by the way, I think I know what happens to this building.
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion.
I don't. I mean, also for the record, we have no spoilers and would not give them to you if we did, but yeah, we know the trailers that have been around, so if there's a couple jokes, just watch the trailers. You'll be okay.
By the way, do you remember Joe Morton from Smallville?
Joe Morton from Smallville? Yes.
He was Dr. Stephen Hamilton.
Yes.
Yes. He's got roots in a few different things.
Never let me down, that dude. Never let me down. One of those I could go through his IMDb and just exclaim over and over again. I do like the setup of this scene.
Yeah.
This is full battle mode.
I mean, there's certainly going to be portions of this in Snyder's League.
Yeah. And, I mean, it is a boom tube after all.
I'm wondering if all that mother shit is going to be in Zack's cut.
I mean, it can and maybe should be. I mean, it's a mother box.
Yeah, but, it's just creepy.
I agree.
That mother. Oh, mother.
It's a mite weird.
It reminds me of the little French guy from C-Lab 2021 who says everything to him is like a mother's womb.
Oh.
And they're like, stop saying mother's womb.
There are moments where a lot of things that were on Cartoon Network, I'm like, yeah, and that sensibility is why I didn't watch a lot of that show.
Those are nice abs.
They are. I mean that admiringly and nothing else. Dear God. Those are Olympians.
Yeah, no, I don't say that disparagingly. That is in the most platonic, Chief, Wiggum, that's a good job there, Lou, way possible.
That's a good way of describing it, yeah.
So I just watched Steppenwolf knock that Amazon off of her horse, and knowing what we saw in Zack's trailer of just brains smattering into the skyline.
No, I'm pretty sure that exact shot of just axing that mofo off a horse is gonna be reportrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, this was reportrayed, I guess we should say. I did see someone point out that, and there hasn't been as much tell of it as there was. You remember the shot they had where it was zooming in slowly on the grayscaled version they were working on with this battle?
Yeah.
There was a lot more actual battle. This wasn't this didn't happen. Well, I don't know. This didn't happen. I'm just saying that it was a lot less. This is not my inside. I got it somewhere, but a lot less keep away and more battle.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's a weirdo thing to say.
Where were all you guys before?
I guess catching up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying we gotta light it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that line I can get behind.
Yeah, I know how long it's been. Don't tell me how long it's been.
I said set that fire, motherfucker.
She's like, I'm doing it anyway. I don't know why you're even worried about it. I'm not asking you to do it, jackass.
Also, you're below me in the chain of command, so...
I'm the queen.
Yeah.
Is it the queen or is it... I can't tell the difference between the queen, Hippolyta, and Antiope.
I think
it's one of my great shames.
I think that is. I mean, I can tell the difference in their characters, but who that was just now, right then, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I mean, Queen, yes. Antiope, or Antiope, whatever.
Antiope.
Whatever you want to call it. Aunt IOPay. Good Lord.
I'm sorry, that's my kind of humor.
That part, yeah, that's good.
Old lady cussing about an alien putting a probe up her husband's ass. That's really funny to me.
Yeah, it's solid.
I'm sorry. No, it is not Zack Snyder's universe, but it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet it doesn't even look like the same office.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think that plant behind her is fake.
Yep. I think so. I mean, this is obviously one of the big reshoots. The thirsty joke is...
Yeah, it... One of the many things that seemed fun at the time, and in retrospect,
Well, you know, we're on the outskirts of the fandom because we thought it was funny in the first place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on first viewing, I didn't sour to the movie. I'd justified a lot of what I'd seen as far as the background of how this version of the movie came to fruition.
We wanted to believe.
Yeah.
We wanted to believe that it was all
We were very
amiable
Mulder about this.
Yeah.
And there was just enough hanging together about the narrative that it didn't seem that crazy. And it was only a few months passed before it started to seem crazy.
Yeah.
And it went downhill from there.
At the time, we had Terrio saying, like, oh, it was always going to be a lot brighter and a lot, you know, XYZ. And
yeah,
we had, you know, the narrative that Zack was saying that, you know, he chose Whedon to take over. And
yeah. And the staff was, or the cast was literally told to uphold that.
Mm-hmm. I'm generally not the first to jump on conspiracy theories. I'm sorry.
No, and it's not like this is a good scene. I like this little moment.
That's a good line.
It really is. I could deal with that all day. If I read that in a Scott Snyder comic book right now, I would think, good call.
Yeah, it looked expensive, was fun.
Yeah. And then they gave us one of the kind of classic, at this point, classic CBM history lessons.
Mm-hmm.
We had parademons.
Yep. You think you met one? You lured it. You knew what it was attracted to, Bruce.
Yeah. You got to admit, though, if you're Bruce, every now and then you would think you meet something like that, and you have to call John Constantine and be like, all right, listen, this is what it looked like. Was that one of yours or one of the other ones? Oh, mate, that was one of mine. All right, sorry. I think it was slightly Australian. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And the Council of Decides.
Council of Decides.
As we all know they are. It genuinely looks like they replicated Decide over and over again for that little cut.
Mm-hmm. Man, that freaking lantern. I still cheered in the theater, man.
Oh, I did.
I was so happy to see a lantern.
I did so hard. Just seeing the ring. Even to be taken down, just seeing the ring. And hell, man, it wasn't like there was... I mean... Is that not Zeus himself fighting?
I thought it was probably Zeus. Which, he's in the Dark Side teaser that Zack... Well, not Zack, but they were showing on Twitch today, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
I gotta go back for that. But yeah, that's pretty fucking badass, too. Look, this part of the story, I don't think this part of the story is going to be substantially different.
Yeah.
Some nuances, but the idea that the mother boxes were divided, I feel like that's going to be pretty much the same.
Yeah, I think it'll be presented differently. Probably not to Bruce. It'll probably be like... I don't know. I feel like I'm going to sound like an idiot no matter what I say. Because I can't keep track of it all.
You know, I know this is a stupid thing, but it is raining on that lake right now, and they are not getting a drop on them, and that bothers me.
Well, it could still be raining over there, but not where they are.
No, I mean, I guess, but no.
You've seen that.
Yeah, but
You've
they're
done
just
that.
in trees. Shit's going to drop.
Well, no,
She's wearing a
saying,
$900 leather jacket.
Have you literally never, like, stood in a place and, like...
Oh, I mean,
4
we're
or
in
5
Alabama.
feet from
you
you,
can
it's
see
raining?
it hitting... And you got to look up and see gray and white. I get it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I'm like over there. I'm like looking at like 3 feet away. It's raining. And I'm like, I'm dry as a bone, buddy.
Not saying it's impossible at all. I'm just looks
I'm just going to walk over here under this awning.
Yeah.
Before it wafts this way.
Oh, yeah. You can just leisurely stroll over to the area where it's not raining anymore.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Other times it's more dire than that.
Oh, I've sprinted a few times. Rick and Morty over there. Still makes me happy. Some K-pop. Okay. That is a super weedy line, and I can dig it. Gorilla sign language. I forgot that was in there.
Sorry, I just know the, I'm not actually laughing at what Barry said. I'm laughing because I realize I know the episode of Rick and Morty that is.
That's the one where they beef up after he reverse monkey hands the devil.
Monkey paws the devil.
Monkey paws the devil.
And there he is. He and Summer in the background, like beating the shit out of the devil.
I can remember that riff. I can't remember the line. I can hear the music. I can't hear the line.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say DMX though.
Yeah, Zack's gonna give it to you.
X gonna give. There you go. There you go. I did. I mean, I liked that interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I know the brunch line is getting a lot of Twitter play right now, but I get what it was trying to do. Like that he's a little bit off. Things are so slow to him. All that.
I've always kind of disliked the "I'm rich" line.
Yeah, I get that too.
I'm like, dude, you have like
so many other skills that, in all fairness, may be a derivative of the fact that you were rich and able to acquire those skills. But although it may be a funny thing to say when you've just let some dude into your car that's got to be a $400,000 car.
Mm-hmm. Just like, I can't understand
like that thing had Formula One steering controls.
I'm so interested to see the Snyder cut. I really just want to see what the hell this was originally.
Well, this is one of the parts that I could believe was there. Like, the thing that I would believe that was relevant was that she would be the one to really connect with him. This part, I'm curious about. But I would believe that she was the one that connected with Cyborg first. I could even see Alfred smirking in the background, saying like, "Mm-hmm, yep, you've got him. See if we'll have a meeting."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are parts of this that are stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely see it being a Terry Snyder.
Oh yeah. You know, just for funsies, I'm going to guarantee right now I'm going to wear a hoodie when I watch this movie. Just feels fitting.
That's a good line.
It's a good line and a good delivery, man. God, Ray Fisher has a lot to offer as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this movie franchise is the end of his career by any stretch. And I'm genuinely sorry it has delayed the launch of his career, because I think he's got a lot to offer.
I agree.
But I think part of his point is it has delayed his career. And I think he has a point.
Well, that looked like that guy just jumped overboard.
Yeah, a little bit. This is one of those moments where it stands out that it's an Elfman score instead of a Hans Zimmer score.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, maybe this is the scene where the ocean comes up and grabs him.
Yeah, it does. And he's going to leave a soldier in that bottle. there was so many musical people in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a deep love for White Stripes as well as for the 500th time, the Beatles.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, man, hearing that track, oh. I get to see them on like the second show, as maybe the third. They did like a couple little bar like dive scene shows when they got back together to do the Icky Thump tour, but their revival show I think was on like in Bonnaroo. Got to see that. It was fantastic. I have not gotten to see the Beatles revival show yet.
Yeah, I don't know how this statement will come across, but I wouldn't be mad at it if White Stripes was actually in the Snyder Cut.
No, nor the Come Together cover. I also don't think those were musical choices that Snyder wouldn't have liked, just based on the choices I've seen him make before. This is a lot of fun to watch. Like, Aquaman absolutely holds his ground. Yeah, he hits a point, but he holds his ground. He takes his axe away at least.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
I just imagined, I don't know, him like doing like a Steppenwolf doing like a whale song, like, and then the subtitle says "Mother."
Mm-hmm. Subtitle: I shall offer a prize.
Am I crazy, or is Mira doing like some sort of? Is Amber Heard doing like an affectation here that she didn't do in Aquaman?
It's a little more punctuated.
It's like the difference between like the Asgardians in the first Thor and the Asgardians and everything else since.
yeah, I can see that. Over enunciating every symbol.
We are royalty, therefore I must speak like this for some reason.
I need at least 2 S's on the end of this sentence. Also,
so yeah, apparently this is all whole cloth.
Welcome the Russians. The Justice League Dyatlov Pass.
That'll do it, buddy.
Look, not that I wouldn't grab every gun I could get my hands on, but dear God. Yeah, this is entirely secondhand.
Oh, man.
Honestly, just bad leadership qualities. You're going to kowtow to some leader off world, and in world, you're just going to grab some rando and presumably snap his neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I have no interest in following you. I'm going to take those wings and fly them the fuck off world. At least go hide somewhere. Oh, God, it's good to see him.
Mm-hmm.
God. His casting as Jim Gordon was just...
Yeah.
There should be an award for that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I want so badly to see more of JK as Jim Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, it's the tarp.
Mm-hmm.
The tarp that obfuscates the coolest Batman shot ever.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, for what we had, genuinely, Ezra's performance brought a lot of this together for me on first viewing. Like, he made it a charming performance that brought some weirdness together. See this.
I mean, some of that was like that specifically was reported on as being there while Zack was still on the film.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of that rooftop scene hangs together. Final form.
See, I could really have done without seeing all of them jump out of that thing, out of the Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
None of it looked good.
Just another little superhero shot.
But not a particularly good one.
See, the acting here was fantastic. Just her in the background dying. I don't know who that janitor was, but good stuff from him. Obnoxiously tall people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know Snyder specifically said he was not in charge of that line,
Uh-huh.
but it was not a bad line.
No, I don't hate it.
I kind of, in general, like the idea that Cyborg's like, oh, I can do this now? Yep, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few occasions where, like, Whedon has many weaknesses and many personal. He has some strength as a writer, though. There are some moments where, yeah, his revisions had some good lines. It's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. That's a good line.
She did not like that.
I do like that line.
Yep. I love the little micro expression nostril upturn. It's good.
Yeah, I hate it. I really hoped I was going to like this less.
This particular scene?
Or just any of this so far. Like, I've soured on the movie since we first watched it, but it's not as bad as
No, it's not absolute
a lot of these
trash.
people are acting like it is.
No, that's
Like,
exactly the problem with the movie, though, is it's not absolute trash. It's a functional movie.
Sort of, but
And especially up to this point, like a lot of the problems that it brings on itself are Superman showing up later. Like,
yeah.
it keeps a lot of the beats. Like, imagine you were given...
Well, we think it keeps a lot of the beats. We don't actually know.
Well, no, I know. I just mean it keeps a lot of the scenes. Well, not even a lot. It keeps some of the scenes, and it keeps some of the scenery and some of the plot points. So it keeps enough that it was able to... They were able to redirect the movie.
Yeah, I don't... I'll be annoyed if Zack kept... Or if that was a Zack where Batman is saying, Jesus, he is tall.
Yeah, like...
That's a dumb line.
It is, and it's as dumb as Barry saying, like, absurdly tall or...
Obnoxiously tall.
Obnoxiously tall? Sorry.
I can get with that. But...
I kind of can't. I mean, I can deal with weird Barry Allen all day as, like, a whole cloth character, but...
I really hope that's in there.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
I've seen Diana reaching for that sword, so I have high hopes that that's part of Zack's.
I have. I feel like it's from a different angle, though.
I think it's the exact same angle. I might be wrong.
Me too.
There's that scene everybody hates that was from Avengers.
Yeah. There's that scene Gal refused to be a part of.
Yeah. See, even if the people who are saying this, that Snyder's cut is pretty much going to be the same, you know, I didn't think this was that damn bad. But,
No.
you know, it is a pretty fantastic 2004 superhero movie. It's a hell of a lot better than Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
And you guys see that if you're following me on Twitter, you know I'm chomping at the bit for for that to be MCU canon throughout the multiverse. So, you know, maybe my standards aren't quite up to snuff.
It's actually I started watching. Point. I love the idea that, kind of given the scraps, we'd made a worse or a predated CBM than Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is, without categorization or disclaimer, a better film than this. Just 100% no crawdadding, a better film.
Yeah. And once again, I feel I have to, reiterate, I absolutely believe Zack Snyder's Justice League will be better in every possible conceivable way than this thing.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to pale in comparison. I genuinely believe. Like, I would be surprised.
The teasers already have.
Yeah, I mean, the teasers alone. But I would be just beyond any consolation surprised. Almost in tears to find that this was a better film than what we're going to be seeing in 12 days.
Yeah.
I could still dig that line. All right. I feel like the Russians are a good enough act break to take a quick break.
Fair enough. All right. So let's go ahead and pause this in 3, 2, 1. And I am paused on 101:57.
Yeah. Should be right at the Ghostbusters termite. Whatever the hell that says in Russian.
No, mine's on the little girl looking down.
Oh,
at
okay.
That.
Mine is her looking at the can at what might as well be an animated Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the can yet.
Well, see you back here in a second.
All right. All right, we are back, and we are at 101:57, and we are hitting play in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I would do that. I get it.
Yeah. I hope Jason Momoa or Aquaman isn't just stealing shit.
Oh, he's stealing shanks, man. That's what just happened. He knifed a shank. I feel like that line is going to be Vic's backstory. Technology without heart is like anything else, it destroys.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's just a weird petty thing that makes no sense.
Yeah. I was running the numbers while you were being an asshole.
Yeah, again, good line.
I enjoyed it.
I feel like there's a version of this scene in the actual Snyder Cut, but it doesn't go down like this.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen that hologram thing.
Yeah, I like all that about him being more human than Bruce.
Yeah, it's a good line. It's a good sentiment, man. I mean, shit.
Maybe he's at peace. He'll get over it. Oh, that's good.
And then that gets back to, like, you remember reviving Buffy? Like,
mm-hmm.
There are parts of this where it's just he's a piece of shit, but I get why on paper he makes sense sometimes.
What?
Hmm.
Ugh, heights.
Yeah, and I think the same place he was standing before. Yeah, this entire heist has to be absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Not one iota.
Neither do I.
That's one of the things look, I'm not a good podcast host. I've never pretended to be. You got folks, good folks, like Scott and Tim over on Squadcast who like comb over all the Vero posts and find out all the things that Zack says and what's his and what's not, and they all like break down shit, and I don't have the patience. I don't have the fortitude.
Yep, it's not our strong suit.
But what I do have,
I'm mostly going on instinct here.
What I do have is hey, that shot I know is in Snyder's cut. We've seen that one.
That one we know about.
What I do have is a bit of surprise coming to me.
Yep. And honestly, I'm better with that. I'm happier to have the surprise. All right.
God, I'm just so curious to see what's in this Snyder cut.
Yep.
I'm trying to gauge a lot of it based on Momoa's eye color. I would guess most of this is pretty much the same, honestly.
Yeah, this is one of those middle bits that I feel like is going to be real similar to what we actually see. I do remember in the theater thinking, oh, fuck. What hath we wrought?
Yeah, that shot of him just kind of like bad CGIing, flailing in the air. I know that was different.
Yeah, that shit wasn't right.
I've seen the comparisons on that one.
Mm-hmm. In some part, I don't like that it took him back And I think this is going to be in both versions. I don't like that it took him back to his monument.
I'm not sure that it took him back. I think he because from what I've seen of the stills, the film. I'm good with that. I feel like he would be drawn there.
I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like Clark Kent would go back to Smallville in a way. Not necessarily back to...
Where he died?
Yeah, but... Yeah. Eye color again.
Mm-hmm. Show our bellies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So far, I'm not seeing... This all looks pretty... His face looks normal.
His face looks normal. That has to
Snyder's.
be a thing that you're looking at. It also was... I want to say they had more time, but they didn't. His face looks good.
This scene actually reminds me of an old Jerry Seinfeld bit where he's like, "What Justice League? What Justice League? You don't need any Justice League. You've got Superman."
And that, by the way, is a giant Superman fan saying it.
Yeah, absolutely. I did, and I do love that shot of Ezra Miller's reaction to
of him just
Superman.
Yeah, just realizing, oh shit, he's actually seeing me at speed.
Oh, we've got that weird John Williams theme in there for just a second.
Yep.
At a strange time where he's fighting good guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go with the mouth.
The mouth. The mouth. Mm.
Doesn't even sound like Henry Cavill.
It doesn't. I wanted that to be a good line. I really did. And it feels like it should be a good line. But in context. Yeah, in context, it's just kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth's back. We're good here.
I do like how he tosses him aside like a rag doll.
Oh, dude, it sounds like you've tossed a bath towel. It's meaningless. I,
God, it's like a line from The Tick.
Yeah.
Something's definitely bleeding.
Yeah.
And I laughed so hard in the theater, and now I hate it.
Yeah.
I feel so
I've been
bad.
through that too, man. It's been a long fucking journey. Like,
It has, from Milan to Minsk.
not trying to apologize for everything we
Rochelle.
felt or explain it. It's been a long few years for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, you know, in 2017, I think emotionally, I just couldn't hate a thing. I was so desperate to want it to work and want it to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of that going on. And
so tired of the negativity.
there was that. We'd been through BVS and that negativity and just kind of wanted...
Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that too. And just wanted to love what we could love about what we were seeing.
And I hadn't liked that third act of Wonder Woman. It took a lot of heat for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a weird time. It was a weird time, and weirder times followed. Still think it's a really shitty scene looking back, but a nice insight as far as... I like the idea that it was the water that does the talking and all that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
It was a fun idea.
I mean, I'm not willing to say anything shitty. I don't know. What was Zack's?
It's not that. I just didn't like the scene. Looking back, like that.
We're treading water, man. Dangerous waters. There's no way we can win here.
No, there's you do not come out of watching Justice League with like, no. It's all shite. I still don't know what the hell she was supposed to have done.
What do you mean?
I can put my arm back there without any help. And
yeah.
I don't know. Like, he didn't dislocate his shoulder. I understand he pours half a bottle of whiskey into that glass. I would too. Just got hit by Wonder Woman. And more. But
I think this is like the thing where like this wasn't actually Gal. This was her stand-in and they like stuck her head on
it. Could have been. It's funny. You remember Deepfake came out like 6 months after this?
Mm-hmm.
And we all kind of thought like, oh God, you said it was so hard. And then this dude on Reddit released this algorithm that looked way better than a lot of the shit you put out on fucking cinema.
Yeah. You
know, I like the idea that after their little tussle, they come together. But I just don't feel like that's going to be canon going forward. But I liked it. It was a good scene. It was good. It was a better scene than its predecessor, where they were fighting. Needlessly.
Itchy.
Yeah, this doesn't feel right. And what is the time frame? Because I think she's wearing the same shirt. Yeah, his lips do not look right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start calling this the lipometer. Feels like when it was a close-up shot, they did better on the lipometer. Like, only registered a 3 with these kind of scenes. Yeah, right there, though, that's a 1. That's a 0.5 on the lipometer.
Lipometer. I think in Zack's scene, he was shirtless in the field.
I'm pretty sure he was shirtless the entire... Well, he was shirtless before she drags him in, but whatever.
Why in God's name would you ever put a shirt on that man?
So you have to pay less to manscape his hair, frankly. I mean, it does crack me up. Like when he's shirtless, they have his hair on his pecs, like perfectly circularly above the pecs. And then as soon as it gets to abs, it's like gone.
Yeah. I remember Man of Steel. He had hair all over.
I'm sure there's some GQ episode where that makes sense. He just looked like a normal hairy man in Man of Steel, right?
Yeah, like when he's running around stealing clothes and shit in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I was just like, can he also play Wolverine? Because I could deal with that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's do both. I know that's not how contracts work, but I'd be okay if that was what was happening.
Dude had actual, hairy abdomen, as many men do.
Yeah. Like, Henry Cavill for Superman, Wolverine, and James Bond, please.
Mm-hmm.
All of those.
Mm.
And while we're at it, Captain on the new Star Trek movie. I'm down.
Yep. Oh, we're back into pure CGI. All right, we're back. All right, well, that's a fun line.
Yeah.
Kind of doesn't make sense, though, right?
Yeah, it doesn't to me either, but
fun line.
That's why I went,
Like, oh, you mean you can special soup it more than I did? Well, he probably could.
Maybe. Damn it, Alfred, we'll just watch us fly away. You're getting water all inside the bat cave.
No, they have whole systems for that. The series of pumps that must be on this lake are just... Whew. As someone who knows enough about plumbing to be dangerous, it must be an heroic effort.
Dangerous to whom?
To anyone who would want to do anything serious. Anything regular? I got you.
Just sounds useful. It's like, hey, Jason, what do I need for this leaky pipe? Oh, it's a washer. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
25 cents?
I can work out some stuff. No, this is...
Now, see, he's got the Zack eyes now, but I know this is Whedon.
Like, I know it is. I didn't mind it because it was pretty charming. Cyborg. Yeah, it's bad cyborg, but it was a pretty charming scene.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like every line you give it, like even that, like God, I didn't hear anything after we're all gonna die. Like, yeah, it's a little funny, but it's also fucking not Barry Allen at all. Mm-hmm. And then the stuff before is kind of cute and kind of fun, but it's not Aquaman at all. Like, it. Oh, we're back in some version of Snyder, and we're off again. Just pan over so quickly that we don't realize we're replacing the dialogue.
I used to have that shot right there with
it's a good shot.
Wallpaper.
It's a good shot, man. No, and there's still part of me right now that hears dum dum diddle doom 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 diddle doom doom.
Yeah, that's just inherent within my brain whenever I see Batman. I just hear specifically the animated series Shirley Walker version of the Danny Elfman theme.
Yeah.
I don't know from music, so, you know, I kind of feel like the Elfman stuff has what I refer to as precious tinks.
Oh, yeah.
Tink, 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 tink. That the Shirley Walker stuff doesn't seem to have.
Yeah. It doesn't have an expiration date in our minds or souls.
I'm perplexed. I don't know how the U.S. government doesn't know this is happening. Like, you would think that some government would know that Chernobyl is being overrun by parademons.
Yeah. I mean, there are people, like, specifically keeping track of Chernobyl to make sure, I don't know, shit like this doesn't happen.
Right.
I mean, they're out there monitoring blue dogs and shit.
Hopefully some of... hopefully
not exaggerating that. They appear to be fine.
Hopefully there's some kind of explanation in the other 3 hours or whatever. 2 hours.
No, I think the explanation is that we're not going to deal with that specific backdrop. Just a bet.
I just feel like there should be tanks out there.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. Like, Chernobyl wasn't... Oh, shit. They some mean motherfuckers coming in. I would say something very similar. I get it. There are parts of that are really cool and parts of it that just are not going to be showing up
Goofy.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, there are very real elements of Momoa's portrayal here, and that I just don't dig. Just the wild man redneck kind of attitude. I just
We perceive it as redneck, but
we
it's
do.
just wild man. I can get behind that. Like, I can get behind the whole falling through the floors of the building and spilling out thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that is one of my biggest problems with the physics of any of these movies.
Yeah, it looks real bad.
Doom, 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 right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're getting into some real shit here. Some part of this is going to stay. Anyway, notice that I don't like the physics of falling through a building and spilling out.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a good chemistry.
They do.
I mean, shit. Even in green screen, they've got a good chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we were getting more of them. I mean, I know we are, but I wish we were getting more after that. All right. I love that shot.
That
It's a bit
looked
silly,
bad.
but I love the shot.
Barry hanging and saying thank you looked very bad green screen.
It looked very bad. The one before that with the electricity and Batman behind him, I love.
Yes, I agree.
See, everything with this weird green thing and the Russians, like, fucking all after the fact.
I know it's a dumb joke, but
It's a fair point.
Who has as someone who has a terrible sense of direction, I relate to that so much.
There are points where I hope he has a good sense of direction.
If Batman told me to run east, that is exactly what I would be saying.
Yep. You know, still, how far into this film, and one of the major grievances that I think was a stupid thing to pay attention to, frankly, and something that they spent so much time trying to course correct in this movie, in this film here, was, well, I think the movie was too long before, and even before that, and we just didn't have enough of Superman. And what are we at here? An hour and 39 before we really get to see Superman. And it's a hokey introduction.
Mm-hmm. You got like Batman over there, like looking like an old lady in church.
Yeah. No, I love the shot of him just smirking at the fist. Gotta love that part.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of cocky attitude I remember people being angry with Chuck Austin for writing Superman into.
Yeah, even that's stupid. Well, not like you. Like, just obscene.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman is over there fighting her dick off. Like, get over there and help her, man. I mean, this is a new god. Oh, all right, so that shot of Batman going down the well, man. Oh,
yeah, that's a good one.
That was amazing. I'm pretty sure this, or parts of this, are going to be there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Slowpoke OS on is all Whedon.
Yeah. I think the shot where he's climbing up to speed, where the camera's panning over, is going to be there, but not that.
Yeah. They're going to have Superman.
No, we're not going to have Superman carry an entire building.
That building would fall apart.
That building could fall apart in a fucking second. Are you kidding me? It's the dumbest goddamn thing. They give this silly balaclava in the background like it's supposed to be Russian. Go fuck yourself.
Oh. Oh, well, that shot's in there.
It is.
The Snyder cut.
It is.
Looks a lot better than that did.
Yeah. And look. Yeah. Ray Fisher, not CGI. Him, CGI. I'm speaking just of upper lips at this moment.
I don't think this is what AC/DC was talking about when they said you needed to be born with a stiff upper lip.
I honestly, I liked those last couple lines, and I still like those last couple lines. Just in theory. I just like the idea that he's like, I don't understand the physics of how my toes hurt. I just think it's a fun joke.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a bad Superman shot.
Yeah, it is. Followed by another one.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by a great Wonder Woman.
My mother gave me this axe.
This was...
It was a gift from my bar
It
mitzvah.
had a tag from Beanie Baby Original. The CEO of Thai sent me a specialized letter.
Yeah, if I understand it correctly, the parademons don't attack him out of fear, out of his own fear. As I understand it, Wonder Woman just beheads him.
And they're like, cool, meal? Gotcha. Soup's up.
Oh, it's painful to watch him say it.
It is, because you can see the actual like micro movements in his face where he didn't like that.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of stain in the right cheek.
Based on what I've seen, it looks like Cyborg and Flash actually do fist bump in that scene in Snyder's cut.
Yep.
Which makes me think that he does say that they do have that conversation at the grave.
Could be. Oh, maybe the blue flowers are a hint to the blue dogs.
I don't know what you're talking about with blue dogs.
I
like
could
Democrats?
swear I saw some story that there were literally blue dogs outside of Chernobyl.
Oh.
They were
dogs.
like, oh no, they're perfectly healthy. They're just, that ain't right.
Okay. I thought you were talking about, they were monitoring blue dog Democrats.
No, those are yellow dog Democrats, which are for some reason blue. I don't understand that. There's some part of, social studies in 7th grade I've forgotten.
Oh, yeah, maybe I don't remember that phrase. Maybe it's not blue dog Democrat. Maybe it's
Yellow
right.
dog, for sure.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe. Oh, yeah, yes. Yellow dog Democrats and it's rhinos, Republicans in name only. That's right.
Yeah. Now, you go back to the I bought the bank thing, and everyone's lips were in order. Is that going to be the takeaway from just a review of Justice League at this point? It was like, well, at times people's lips were in order. They were roughly where they were supposed to be.
Very much not the Daily Planet bullpen that we have seen in the previous movies.
No. She had a kinder, it was still a cubicle, but she had, some facade of walls before. Look, I love the idea that Lois wraps this up. Just happy to see him again.
Yeah.
It is a glorious mustache.
Cavill's?
No, Commissioner Gordon. The other one is absolute heresy. And I will stand by that.
All right. Well, that's that movie.
Well, you say that.
Yeah, I did.
Hold on. We have a scene coming up, do we not?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The yeah, you just want to rattle through the credits?
Just rattle through the credits.
Fair enough.
Hey, look, it's a commentary.
So yeah, I've heard, I've seen bits. It looks like Superman Clark running and whipping his shirt open is Snyder.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
Oh, part 1. Jesus, that mouth looks terrible.
And like when you put it in this lighting, the suit looks terrible too.
Yeah.
Because you can see where they shaded the muscles.
Yep.
Yep, that's all very true to what I would do.
I mean, it was a good nod. Zack, God, I still love this cover, man. I have listened to it several times, regardless of this movie, and love it dearly. And you know, weirdly, there's like there's a live cover of Soundgarden doing "Come Together." That man, it's a shitty recording. But you can hear Chris Cornell like giving it his all a little bit on the fact that he's just covering "Come Together." That it really comes across like I enjoyed it. It's a very endearing piece of recording. Comes across a little bit here. It sounds a little bit like this in a way. It's the kind of thing that like I could see even someone like Zack Snyder digging.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be hearing this one in the cut, man.
I don't think so either. I think if there was one thing that came out of this that he might be like, yeah, okay, that was pretty good. I think it might be this.
I don't know.
Also, I don't know where this came out production-wise, and yeah. This was some soundtrack song, not a score song. Very different set of production.
Did we talk about that on the show? The report that came out that said like somebody in Warner Brothers said like, yeah, all the executives said it was shit. Everyone knew it was shit. This movie.
Probably sounds familiar.
I think it was Diane Nelson said that.
Oh,
I might be wrong.
I think we did talk about that. Maybe we talked about it privately.
Okay.
I can't remember.
They just wanted to get it out. God.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the mindset to just want to get a Justice League movie out. Not a good one, just knowing that it's shit and just being like, nope. I just don't understand. I'll never understand that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money that you're conceivably losing every day you don't make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
So I get why it has it's a ticking clock. Like, you green light it, it has to be out by a certain date. You've pitched it. You've probably pitched it at least in the like a quarter of like the projected shareholder earnings. And yeah, I mean, shit, man, you've got to have these things come on the schedule.
I understand.
I kind of get why it seems like it's just so precious a concept. And it kind of cracks me up that we're in 2021 now and it is just very different.
Yeah.
Like, these concepts aren't so precious. Some of these movies are coming out in ways that were not foreseen. But what were you supposed to do? Sit around and wait for the movie to be good? With no alterations?
Well, I mean...
Or, and here's the really fucked up concept, were you supposed to not sit around and fuck up the movie more and release it anyway up front? Like this.
Yeah, I think he just let Snyder do what he was going to do and say, well, next go round, we'll do it differently. But
yeah, dude. Take 2 years off and live and die by our artists. That has to be the lesson.
I mean, I can't imagine at this point.
You hired him to do a job. Let him do his job.
Yeah, I can't imagine at this point that they would do it the same way again if they could go back.
No, not in a million years.
Like, okay, so this is blown up in our faces really badly.
They paid the better part of $100 million to undo this. And bear in mind, it's with a bunch of asterisks. It's not coming out in theaters, and it's not like a relaunch, and they didn't spend $200 million on the marketing. But shit, man, like,
yeah, if you could just be like, go back in time and be like, okay, I get what you're about to do, but
here's
BBS
what happens
made money.
in 3 years.
Suicide Squad made a hell of a lot of money as well. Yeah, the critics weren't on your side, but you're going to pay about $70 million to fix this thing. Also, the Marvel fans are still going to be like, oh, God, I just wish Warner Bros. Could get it together. That will still be happening in 4 years.
Yeah. Marvel's fans aside, the DC fans are going to be like, well, they just can't get their shit together.
Yeah.
You know, the people you've pitched this to are going to...
No, the DC fans are still just fighting about whether Batman kills.
It's unfortunately a real thing. Jesus, have you seen how short the credits are for the music?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah, so...
Basically, Danny Elfman, White Stripes, peace out.
Yeah, Fourth World created by Jack Kirby might be the best thing in this movie. Just that one line. Just because I just makes
it
me
gets a lot of breath, too.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Look at it, just shining like a beacon in this mountain of shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. The score there doing a little bit of Batman. It's kind of nice. That's programmed into our childhoods, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wait for it. Looks like a set from Gotham. I don't mean that derivatively at all. The sets in Gotham look pretty fantastic. But it does not look like the same set from BVS.
It doesn't look like the same set from BVS, but also this is supposed to be Arkham, not...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. This is before the transfer.
Apparently a lot of this is Snyder. It's just Eisenberg's dialogue that's different.
Mm-hmm.
These shots look pretty dope.
God, he looks great in that role. Honestly, God, I love that score coming back. Of the things that were exciting about this film, those few seconds. Oh, Christ, they were good.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Man.
I feel like you're left with conflicting opinions, and you should be.
Yeah, I am. My favorite thing is it comes back to the title screen for Justice League, and there's a button that says redeem on Voodoo. And I just... I know what it means. I know they're asking me to put in a code to get another movie, but...
Like, you mean like Control Z? Or...
It's like, hopefully redemption comes soon, Voodoo. Because it was much less than it should have been.
It was, yeah, that's well phrased. It was much less than it should have been, and honestly, a little more than I expected. It did bring the team together in a way that I was just actually at the time really happy to see on screen, but it didn't track afterward, and it's a lot of the backstory.
Yeah, this film felt rushed.
It did, and here's the thing about watching this film now, as opposed to even we're watching it on March 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So even a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago even, like saying it lacked something was a different thing than saying it lacked something and yet here's something that's coming. I don't know, man. We've been put in a weird spot as people who watch these films. We're like, yeah, man. I can appreciate these things about the film, but I just don't appreciate everything that I saw that led up to this and how it didn't pay off, and you let me down here. And then on the other hand, you're like, yeah, but this makes sense as a film in a certain way, and it didn't have a drop-off point, and dude, it's a weird spot to be left.
It is. It's a really strange spot. And just knowing now, like back when this came out, I was like, look, all of these are things that Snyder signed off on. This is where they wanted to take it, blah, blah, blah. And now I know that's not true. And the film has more of a stink on it for me.
Oh, yeah.
And,
no, the last few years of Revelations have, yeah, they've definitely guided, how you would perceive that movie.
Mm-hmm. And, I'm just ready for it to not be this now.
Yeah, that
I'm
helped.
ready for the Snyder cut. I'm ready for this achievement in fan entitlement to happen. I don't mean to piss anybody off by saying it that way, but it's kind of what it is. But I'm also glad that Snyder gets his vision fulfilled. That's awesome. And by all counts, everyone who's worked with the guy, Snyder's a good guy. So
yeah,
you can't say that about Joss Whedon.
Nope. No, the last few years have revealed some things, and shit, like it didn't seem like so big a deal at the time. Yeah, turns out it was.
Yeah, but yeah, no, when we first saw this, it had been a minute since I'd seen BVS. I think maybe it hadn't, but it for sure didn't feel as cartoony as it felt just watching it now. But that's also with the hindsight and all of everything that went down, and also all these badass Zack Snyder's Justice League trailers that have been coming out.
Right.
We're like, oh my God, everything looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah. That part's hard to separate, but yeah, it should be separated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for what it's worth, it's not nearly the worst CBM I've ever seen.
No, it's not Tank Girl.
It's not Meteor Man.
That is beloved by several people of the 90s.
I mean, fuck, you'd even put it up to Venom or something. Like, it's not the worst. It's not genre defining in a new way, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, yeah, all right,
it floats water.
There are parts of it it's enjoyable enough to move on with my day and say like, well, it doesn't look like that piece of shit TV movie that came out. Well, that didn't actually come out, but has been floated around at conventions on VHS for years.
Yeah.
With freaking Charles from MASH as a very pudgy Martian Manhunter.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I have that on my computer somewhere.
So, nah.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. But it is a very disappointing place to take these characters. And I get that.
Yep.
Rewarding moments, some really good lines, a couple good shots. I feel like a lot of the really good shots are Snyder's.
Mm-hmm. I would assume, yeah.
Whedon's not incompetent as a, scene creator. He's got some good shots too, but at points you feel like you can tell the difference between who's given what to the product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's mediocre in a way that it also feels rushed in the way that like the studio rushed it on even fucking Whedon.
Yeah, and even like the Snyder cuts in here, the Snyder shots, they look like they've been
truncated.
Well, truncated, and like the lighting and the lighting has been changed, the color grading has been changed.
Oh yeah,
to make it as evenly lit and TV friendly as possible.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But what's funny, on Vudu, out of 244,151 people, this thing is rated 4.5 stars out of 5.
Nice.
So I guess the audience liked it on Vudu, at least.
No, and shit, man, I'm not trying to take away from the enjoyment of that. If you enjoyed it, man, good. I hope we see you for the next movie. But shit,
yeah,
it ain't gonna be like that next time around.
Which is next week.
There's like 6 trailers at this point to point you in the direction of what you're gonna see instead.
I think the next time you hear from us is going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
I'm excited, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Like, McFarlane's Justice League figures have been popping up for pre-order on Amazon. Yeah. Yep.
Hell, even the Funko Pop 4-pack on DC.
Mm-hmm. I talked myself out of that one. I'm not a Funko Pop guy.
I'm not either, but they look pretty good.
They look pretty good, but I was just, I was like, nope. You're gonna do the McFarlanes.
Still waiting on my football.
Look, man, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else for this. What have you got, man?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. Well,
it was what it was.
It was what it was, and
it was not entirely dismissible, but it was what it was.
And we're gonna get to see what Zack wanted it to be, and that's exciting.
Yep.
And I'm gonna send you this this Dark Side teaser, because there's a lot of shitty versions of that going around. Because it was like, I think it was like grabbed off of Twitch, and yeah, I found a pretty good one. So I'm going to send that to you now on your Facebook Messenger. Because we get Dark Side talking, dude. Like, straight up.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Oh, dear God. Oh, Christ beget us. All right, that's fantastic. This may be my favorite of the little leaks. It's not even a leak. It's maybe my favorite of the trailers so far.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Isn't that fun?
Bless you, Ray Porter. Bless you.
All right, well, I guess we're going to take off. And we'll see you cats later. Until next time, keep some DC on your screen.
Bye.
Our intro music is by Jason Goss and Michael Shackelford. Michael's band, Galactic Engineers of Magnetic Sounds, or GEMS, can be found on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. Visit DCOnScreen.com to find our Patreon, merch, contact information, and every episode of the show for free, including crossovers we've done with other podcasts. DC On Screen is a maladjusted production. For more from me and Jason, including sketch comedy, vlogs, parodies, and our improvised web series Hey Guy, visit maladjusted.tv.